Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all. So today we are here again to make the discussion video number number 4, which we have to discuss about our third poem. So before we get into it, let's just introduce ourselves first. Okay, Fatima, you can start first.
Okay, so my name is Fedrin Damia binti Radwan and my matrix number is 190643.
Okay, my name is Nurshada binti Bastian and my matric number is 188220.
My name is Viviana Rocket. My matrix number is 189135.
My name is Rina Sahira. My matrix number is 188738.
I'm Nur Aifana binti Rumaino and my matric number is 190217.
And I am Nur Farhana binti Osman and my matric number is 189832.
Okay, thank you everyone for the introduction. So now we are going to discuss about the third poem. But before that, we summarize or recap back the poem that we have discussed from the previous video number 3 and 2.
Okay. Okay, so for the number 3, basically we talk about, okay, the title itself is God Made Nature, so it entitles about it talks about the responsibility of humans towards the nature and how we really need the nature and what should we do to conserve and preserve the nature. Yes, and also it talks about what have we done, like something bad that we done to the nature today. So yeah, that's the summary for the last one.
Okay, thank you, Hati. So I just want to say that our previous 2 poem was very easy to understand and the usage of words is not really that hard, as we all can understand it very easily. But I think for our poem for today is a bit like difficult and difficult to understand, and it has like explicit meaning, like we have to really understand about it that we can so that we can interpret the poem. So me and my partner Nurina have choose one poem and the title is Sunlight. Yeah. Okay, you wanna read it? Okay.
Alright, so here we go. Made since 4.5 billion BC, 100% natural ingredient, free at the point of delivery, not on comparison size, not service charge and maintenance free, comes filtered by the Earth atmosphere, effective source of vitamin D, available in all color except black, covered by 5 billion year guarantee, average customer review 5 out of 5 stars, rainbows and at no extra fee. Other likes are available. So when I read this, it's really the word itself really means something. But I would say that the poet tells us about sunlight, the what we call that, the useful of sunlight that we can actually do. That is based on what I understand the poet tried to say. So what do you guys think about this poet, how it really affects you based on the poet meaning?
So basically this poem is all about the description of sunlight. Basically, description of what sunlight is, what is the benefits, what it has given us, the advantages and stuff. And also, I don't know what you all think, but I think in a way this poet is being cynical.
Yes.
Yeah, it's being cynical towards all of us. And the fact that he used the words, the words are quite very, how to say, it's not like direct, It's not like straight to the point what he wants to say, but he wants us to think critically about what is this poem is all about, and also the fact that he somehow relates the sunlight with the terms that have been used here is quite modernized. I would say it's a creative one.
Yeah, I agree with you. It seems like, in another words, this person, what he wanted to deliver the message is, we can get this free. Yeah. So why not we use it as a how?
Utilize it.
Yeah. And from this poem also, I think I only see one of the one of the advantage is the effective source of vitamin D, and the rest is the description of the sunlight.
But for me, I don't really understand on the sentence which the poet said average customer review 5 out of 5 stars. What did he mean by that?
Okay, I think the poet tried to tell us that we
And
as a consumer from the sunlight will give the
Feedback,
on the sunlight, which is if we take sunlight it will give us the most benefits, which is like mentioned on the poem itself. So I think we as a consumer will give 5 stars on sunlight. That's all.
But in my opinion, I think customer also can be from plant. Like
Animals.
Yeah, animals. Like plants also use sunlight, right, to like photosynthesis or something like that. Is it? Photosynthesis. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think customer is not only about human and also, but it can be as well plants and animal. But I don't really understand though. Like, do you guys think that we did, like you said that the poet trying to be cynical to us, right? Do you think that we didn't utilize the sunlight at the maximum level? I think that
I think okay. The thing is that it's not like we didn't utilize sunlight 100%, but it's more like we tend to complain.
In general, we also like always avoid sunlight, right? Because
I think it's not we, it's where we live. In our country, we know that
It's a tropical.
so we can easily get sunlight. But if we live in the overseas, I think they will not complain about sunlight because they really want that light.
But I'm still like confused when I read this poem because how sunlight become an environmental issue, because we are actually trying to discuss any poem that related to environment issue. So what the poet trying to say to us about this one, how it affects our environmental, how, because before this our previous poem we talk more on the environment. So I think I'm not sure, but
I think the
I'm not
poet
sure.
are trying to portray the advantage of the sunlight, advantages. Before this, we are talking about the issue regarding the causes that pollute our environment. But this time, the poet are trying to.
I think I am maybe it could be the previous two poems we talk about how human how us like damage the environment, but now how our perception that environment try to damage us, maybe because of we sometimes we thought that sunlight is bad, it makes us having those skin cancer and like whatnot, right? So maybe I would say the poet tried to say to us that somehow other people thought that environment caused damage to us, not us causing the damage through the environmental factor.
It can be vice versa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be.
Okay. Sorry, but my point here is that I can see. Okay, I agree with you because when you said that it can go both ways, you know, I suddenly like think, you know, like got the idea from this line. No service comes filtered by the Earth atmosphere. If you still remember, I cannot remember. I think last 2 weeks we discussed about the ozone layer and something like that. You know how actually sunlight is trying to be nice, and this sunlight it's like trying to be nice with us, and like before it penetrates straight to our skin, it tends to have, you know, this some sort of blankets before. Yeah, but then we are the one from the past two poems, we are the one who, you know, like make it worse, and we are the one who damage it. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, to conclude that we all think that this poem is more related to the benefits of the sunlight instead of it compare with the environment, because the sentence that it compare with the environment is only on the sentence of come filtered by the Earth's atmosphere. And I think this poem is want to touch more on the vitamin D, which is the effective source of vitamin D, and we also can get free from the sunlight without get it from the supplement. I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.